absolute power, corrupt absolutely. And it just like wrecked itself. Like Democrats and Republicans had no one to fight but each other. And I think so why do I say all that? I think that once the dollar ends, like there's going to be enormous pressure on China, and China itself they'll take the lesson. It's funny, both China and the maximalists, the Chinese communists and Bitcoin maximalists will take the opposite lesson from the fall of the dollar, in my view. That lesson will be, for the Chinese communists will say, Western freedom and, like all of this stuff just leads to total anarchy. We can't allow them to, do their crazy things anymore. They're radically destabilizing to the entire world, right? We need to restore order. And one of the things, by the way, you may be aware of this, maybe not, but many countries actually buy arms from both the US and China because they serve different purposes. The US arms are all pointed out. They're like missiles to blow up the guy next door. But all the Chinese stuff is like surveillance state stuff that's pointed inward. Right? Now, the thing about that is, this is complicated, but basically the entire Chinese policy, because the monkey's paw ops of neocons and neolibs, it'll sell that stuff even to like Venezuela. They'll sell stuff to like far left governments that are, it doesn't care so long as, in a sense, that's the legitimate government that's in power. But the problem is that if that surveillance equipment works on 1.4 billion high IQ, smart Chinese people, it'll definitely work. I mean, that's like the toughest group to like really lock down on the planet in some ways, right? It'll definitely work on some small 20 million person country that's 1/70th the size. So we'll never be able to get out of this digital force field, right? And they'll just sell the stuff to them. And so the Chinese will basically think potentially, okay, these Westerners just need to be in a box because they're absolute psychos. They're going to just, I'll come to that in a second. The maximalists will take the totally opposite conclusion, which is centralization is the enemy. Fiat is the enemy. That's what destroyed us. And the Democrats have sided with the Chinese. And so they're going to take the totally opposite lesson from the end of the dollar. Now, you said it's not going to be Mad Max. And I do disagree with that.